welcome to a spiritual journey. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We are going to get a reading for you. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. If you resonate with this message, please like it. That gets more views out there. You know how YouTube works. I don't know. Sends out algorithms or something. But anyway, just know that it might not resonate, because I'm doing this for all Virgos. But we're going to go ahead and see what comes up, okay? So let me just get these cards finished shuffling. All right, and lay them out here. All right, we got that one. Refocus. Okay. All right, so we have the middle section here is the now. On the bottom, we have the King of Swords. This is somebody that lives in their truth and clarity, is the leader of that, and leads by their truth, okay? Cuts through all the nonsense and is clear cut. And sometimes it can be a little cutting because, sometimes the truth can cut things, Sometimes people would rather hear those lies. But the best option is always clarity, and that's what it looks like, leading by their truth. So the center card you have is letting things go and new beginnings, transformation. We have the Death card. So there's something here that you're letting go of some old and bringing in some new. There's some kind of transformation you're going through right now, Virgo. Okay? And with that, you're turning your back on some things. You're not accepting things anymore, like the things that don't align with you, the things that don't resonate with you, because we have the Four of Cups. Okay? So, that's what happens when we go through a transformation. Some things fall away. So it does look like, some things just aren't aligning or resonating with you. And it looks like you are taking this slowly. You are moving forward slowly. Probably just trying to adjust to that new beginning. You could be still in that hallway between the old and the new. So it does look like you are processing this slowly, but you are going through a transformation. So in the past, you had something you were working on. So gaining some new skills, maybe learning some new lessons, could have been starting a new career or your hobby or whatever it is. And you were patiently doing that. This is balance and patience. So you were patiently doing that. So it looks like this is something that you've been setting forth for a little while. And, mastering those emotions too. Realizing what triggers us and how we react to them. Because a lot of times that creates a lot of drama. So it does look like you are clearing that up. And in the future, it looks like you're going to be more empowered. There is going to be a tough decision to make here, though. And there is going to be some betrayal. So I feel like, what I feel like this is? Like with you going through this transformation, sometimes when we change, the people that are along for with us in our life that we might even really care for, they don't always change. So they might stay at that lower vibration and we're moving up, right? They don't want to change. So we outgrow them or we have to move forward. And sometimes it's difficult to leave them back. So, but with this, I feel like there is going to be some kind of betrayal. You might feel like somebody you thought had your back or was a real friend or companion is somehow betrays you. A lot of people don't like us to change, bottom line. So that's what this is, I feel. That somebody is not really liking that you might be more successful, higher vibration, and you start seeing that truth, that truth come out where people they start showing their real side, because people can be with us when we're in a good spot. Everybody likes to hang with us when we're successful and all that, but when we're going through a change and transformation and shedding of the old, and sometimes that transformation can be difficult. So you might be realizing, having your eyes open to who is really by your side. So it does look like there is, and that means a choice coming in. You have to make a difficult choice here. And what I feel like too is you might feel like you're betraying people to leave them behind, but sometimes we outgrow people, right? And we can't remain stuck or not going towards our abundance because people holding us back. So that's what I kind of feel like. There might be energy where it might be holding you back and you've actually grown. And taking your power back. And like I said, some people don't like that. So we'll see what else comes up with this. We're going to go ahead and get some more clarity on these. So let's get the Death card here, this transformation. So something is leaving your life and some new things are coming in. All right, let's see. Oh, so with the Death card, we have the Lovers. Okay, so that makes sense with the betrayal and stuff. So with this Death card, it's letting things go and changing and transforming. It could be a relationship. It also could be a Gemini. But yeah, so there could be an end of a relationship here for you, Virgo. And you know, that's a difficult thing. Sometimes we outgrow people. Sometimes things just we change in different levels and it falls apart. So it does look like there is a death of a relationship here, and you know, you're moving slowly away. Look, we have the Death on the bottom again too. So yes, there's definitely some kind of a death of a relationship or a marriage or something like that. So let's go ahead and get the Four of Cups. So just turning your back on something. You also could be feeling like it was a missed opportunity. We do have the Nine of Pentacles though. So this is like the independence, going solo. So it does look like turning your back and now you're kind of on your own. So this relationship you're leaving, and now you're kind of on your own. You've had to turn your back on something, walk away from something, and now you are on your own. So let's see this Nine of Pentacles. Let's see at the bottom first. Empress. But see, look, this is you. Trusting your intuition. You are trusting your intuition about this. You know that's best. Even though it's difficult, you know it's the best thing to do. So let's see about this Nine of Pentacles. Moving on slowly. Queen of Swords. Yeah. So you're moving slowly on, but you are seeing things clearly, cutting things out of your life. The Nine of Pentacles takes things slowly because they have to have a plan and be methodical. And if you are moving out on your own and leaving a relationship, yes, that would be, you know, something that you'd have to take slowly and figure out, you know, where am I going to live or, you know, whatever it is, whether you're in a relationship or a marriage or whatever. It takes some time to get that situated. So let's see about this Temperance card. So the cards we have now so far is Scorpio and Sagittarius and Aries. So that could be a part of your life, but it doesn't have to be. So let's see what else. Okay. So now for the Temperance, we do have the Three of Cups. So this is your you know, your relationships with other people, you know, companionship, things like that. So I feel like in the past, you know, this relationship could have had connections with your friends as well. And, you know, that can cause some problems too sometimes, because sometimes then we feel split. Like, who's the friend's going to go with? Your partner or you? So I do feel like this is something that you've been patient with, and you've actually had friends help you along as well. I feel like a lot of talking to friends helped you get to this point of like, maybe this isn't working anymore and it's time to let it go. With the the King of Cups, the King of Cups, we actually have the Six of Wands. So this is victory and success. So mastering your emotions, and it's leading you to this victory and success, to know what's going to be the best outcome for you. And then we have the Hermit reversed with this Eight of Wands. The Hermit reversed is, you know, you might have been in denial for a little bit and thrown yourself into your work. You know, because sometimes it's hard to face, like, you know, maybe I do need to do this. So it does look like you have come to the decision now, though. I think before you went back and forth, talked a lot to your friends about it. Maybe was a little denial, like, you know, maybe it's too hard to go out there on my own, or maybe I've been with this person too long, or maybe I'm just not seeing things clearly. But it does look like you are starting to come to the realization that it might be necessary to leave this situation, and you've kind of decided to move away from it and go out on your own a little bit, and let this relationship end. But you are kind of seeing it truthfully and clearly that you're going to have to do this slowly. It's just going to be a slow process. You're not just going to be able to, like, bye, see ya. You know, you got a plan where you're going to live or whatever the situation is. You know, we had the Eight of Pentacles come up too, so you might work with this person, so that might be a little awkward. So there's some things that you got to work out. It's not so easy to just, like, you know, leave a situation. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. It looks like this one's not. So let's go ahead and get these bottom cards here. The Two of Wands, this tough decision that you may have to make, this difficult decision in the future. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so King of Pentacles is usually a person of authority, like a father figure. And I mean, it could be your partner too, but there's some kind of tough decision around this person here. So I kind of feel like some of you are having some kind of influence with a father type like figure, or it could even be a boss or something like that, some kind of authority. That's kind of a grounded, down to earth kind of person. And it even could be your partner, but there's some kind of big decision that you're going to have to make with this person. You're going to have to negotiate things or something. So again, if it's your partner, it could be like, who's going to take the dog, or who's going to live here and will the other one move out, or whatever it is. Again, it could be a parental figure that is maybe trying to persuade you, like, stay with them, they're really great, and you're like, no, it's just not working out, kind of like that Kourtney Kardashian thing where her parents were like, marry Travis, marry Scott, and they're like, she's like, no, it's just not working. I don't watch that show, but I see it all the time on YouTube. Anyway, so let's go ahead and check out this Emperor. This could be an Aries, but this is getting your power back. So I feel like this is, saying, even with this tough decision and somebody maybe trying to persuade you in a different way, or you're having to deal with this really authoritarian kind of person, stand your ground as well. Stand your ground. Don't let somebody try to manipulate you or take away your power. You have a decision to make here, and you have to be careful because not everybody always has our best interest, okay? So with the Emperor, we have the Strength card. So we have an Aries and a Leo here. Could be. It doesn't have to be. But, when you're in your power, when you are tapped into that inner strength, you're going to be more powerful. So don't let anybody persuade you. You stand your ground, all right? Don't allow somebody to persuade you to do something that's not right for you. Trust your gut, all right? So let's go ahead and get into, we have that Empress come up too. So that could be a power couple, because there could be somebody in the future coming in that's going to connect with you and be more like that soulmate energy, okay? So some of you could be actually, already kind of talking to somebody or connecting with somebody because this relationship was already fizzled out. And, now that you're moving into it, that could be the energy too, where somebody is saying like, you just left that person. How could you be dating someone else or whatever? But you know what's best for you. If it was already a done deal, I'm not saying cheating's right. I'm not saying that. It looks like it might have already been falling through. So let's go ahead and see what this Ten of Swords is. We actually have the Three of Pentacles. So there's some kind of betrayal here, and it looks like you do have to collaborate with people. So again, I'm feeling this energy. It's either family where you can't like really get away from them. It's people you have to deal with that stabbed you in the back or betrayed you. It could be a work situation. But I do see either some kind of like where if it's a marriage, you might have to go through lawyers and the divorce proceedings and dealing with family. So there could be people that have betrayed you or stabbed you in the back that you still have to collaborate with. And that definitely would take some inner strength to deal with, to be in your integrity, because you don't want to go in there and start bickering and looking like the crazy, and then you get blamed and crazy ones and all that. It's kind of just doing it like in a cut and dry way. And, getting through it and your integrity and not letting them try to persuade you or throw you under the bus and all that stuff. Okay? So, and this power couple, it could be somebody coming in for you, but it also could be a couple, like two parents, like the mother and father or something like that. That is maybe giving you a difficult time, and it's saying stand in your strength. Either way, it can go different ways. The cards just show the energy. So that's what I'm getting. All right. So let's go ahead and let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, it is a burden. It's a lot of weight to bear on you, but you can get through this. You can stand in your strength, stand be empowered, and you'll get through this. Okay. Stand in your integrity, trust your gut, collaborate the best you can, but you might know that they're actually doing some kind of sneaky stuff over here or trying to get over on you or betray you. Be careful with that, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and get the energy of this person you're dealing with, all right? So for a lot of you, I feel like this is almost like a messy divorce or a messy breakup, where maybe you guys own something together or you have kids together, and it's just kind of like involving other people getting in it, and it just seems like a mess here. But, let's go ahead and see what's coming up here. for this other person you're dealing with. Let's see about this person you're dealing with. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so Five of Pentacles is all about lack. Feeling that we are losing something. So I do feel like they feel like they are losing something from you, or you're taking something from them, or some kind of lack, okay, lack mentality. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, and yeah, they're being a little stingy and greedy with it. It's like, you know, you're not taking my stuff, you're trying to get over on me, and then I'm going to be losing out, and then the whole trying to take everything they can get here. All right, let's see what else. For some of you, I even feel like if you're living with this person, they might have taken some of your stuff already, like maybe when you were at work. Okay, so it's a burden to them as well. But I do feel like they're kind of immature because we have this page. The page can be all about setting intentions and new beginnings, and this is the truth. So they could be an immature person, even intellectually, because it's swords. I feel like maybe they try to play mind games or manipulate or something like that. And they could be immature, you know, like that victim mentality, you know, they take advantage of people, but then they play victim, like you're taking advantage of. They switch the story around. That's what I'm getting here. So let's get a couple more cards for this person. They do have the Empress and High Priestess. Wow. Okay. And the King of Cups. Wow. Okay. So you know what? They have all these negative cards here. Immaturity. They do feel a burden. So I kind of do feel like they're starting to feel the weight of the situation and what they did. And maybe now their higher self is kind of coming out a little bit. Their intuition is telling them that, you know, hey, maybe you're not that right. And they're seeing how these other people are influencing the situation. And I do feel like their higher self is coming through a little bit, and they're feeling that remorse and a little guilt because of it. But, you know, they still have that immaturity, so be careful with that, all right, if they're playing victim or something like that. But I do feel like they do have that little voice in their head saying, you know this isn't right. You know you had a part of it, you know, and realizing that as well. And then we have, like I said, the King of Cups. So they are trying to get their emotions under control here too, and master those emotions, all right? Before, I feel like they might have been one of those ones that just lashed out because they couldn't control their emotions, but now they are starting to, you know, feel the weight of the situation with this Ten of Wands and starting to come to the conclusion that they had a part of it, and, you know, that you guys did have a good connection at once. And, you know, that's the bad part about relationships. Sometimes people forget that, like, at one time, they were your best friend, and then all of a sudden they're treating them like shit, you know? So I do feel like that consciousness is coming in a little bit to let them know, like, you know, you played a part of this too. You're not a victim. And, you know, even though they feel that lack, I feel like this too could be lack of losing you. They're having that, like, wow, I really kind of messed up, or sad that we're breaking up or whatever. So I do feel that energy. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these, and then we'll get some advice. These oracle are the energy oracle. So we have Angel of Balance. So Angel of Balance is, you know, a spirit guide or your angels or whatever are coming in to try to balance the situation, because, like I said, you know, at one point when we're in a connection with somebody, you know, it's going really well, we're really good friends, and then for some reason somebody doesn't change, or something comes up, and then we start acting petty about it, or we start forgetting that we, you know, once we're friends, instead of doing it in an integritous and you know, adult way. So I think the Angel of Balance is trying to come in and balance the situation, because, you know, we all know some things don't work out, but that doesn't mean we have to act immature about it, right? So we do have a thinking man on the bottom. So I do feel like whoever this person is really thinking about what's happened and kind of realizing the reality of the situation. We do have adjacent possibilities. So there's different ways to go about this. We can play it dirty and petty and all that, or we can do this like mature adults. So, you know, especially if kids are involved. It's so sad that a lot of parents will start nitpicking at the mother or the father and right in front of the kids, and the kids don't have anything to do with that, and that just hurts them. So, and then we do have some envy here too. So again, I feel kind of like if you are going into another relationship and this is kind of still going on with the divorce or custody with the kids, I do feel like there's some envy, because I feel like this person realizes what part they played in it and what they lost. I do feel that. Okay, we had that thinking man. Let's get one more. Oh, that one almost came over. Oh, there we go. Well, this thinking man wants to come out. So somebody is really, really thinking about this. Really thinking about this situation. Yeah. Look at that. A man holding a heart. So I do feel like they are just really in regret now and brokenhearted that they messed up a good thing, and realizing what part they played in it, and even the way they handled it. If they got their parents involved, they were playing victim and kind of throwing you under the bus, or maybe talking to, if you have kids, talking to the kids about it, they're really regretting it. And now they're realizing, what they did to participate in this situation, and it's been a burden to them now. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you. And we'll go ahead and close this message out. Advice for Virgo about this situation, please. Okay, so we do have this competition. So Spirit is saying, yes, you might be going through a lot of stuff and having to negotiate and balance things out. And it could be two different sides. But, there's no sense in looking at it as a competition. If it's something with a house or kids, you got to come to a fair decision that's going to work out for everybody, right? No sense in playing the blame game or revenge or anything like that. It's just going to create more havoc. Yeah. See, just be kind of grateful for, the things that you do have, instead of focusing on the things you have lost. And, just, again, stay in your inner peace. Don't let this kind of cause too much conflict where you are suffering. Just do the best you can. It is what it is, and try to do, set those healthy boundaries, stand in your power, and, try to communicate openly from your integrity. All right. We have the Queen of Cups too. This is somebody that's compassionate, understanding, forgiving. It is what it is, and there's no sense in keep beating a dead horse, kind of. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's see what else. Yeah. So now we have that stability. Can be a celebration card. This also could be your spiritual card. Like if you have a belief system, turn to that for faith and hope to get through hard times. But, things will become stable again, This is the advice. Just shoot for your stability instead of trying to, drag things up that are just going to create chaos and conflict and competition, because that's just going to create havoc and chaos for you. If you have kids, it's going to create it for them. So it's best just to, look at that. There's some kind of manipulation or sneaky. Try to hold it together if somebody's trying to be sneaky or manipulating. Just trust your gut and hold your boundaries, okay? But there's no sense of playing two petty games. Doing that kind of game doesn't benefit anybody. It just creates more havoc. So I would say, don't resort to anything like that. Stand in your truth, because that always comes out in the end anyway. So just do that. Let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you, or the universe. Yeah. There is somebody out there for you. The Lover's card, you will come to it, but this has to be wrapped up kind of first. So if you have already getting a lover, so I do see a lover, and I do feel like for some of you, this is what's creating a conflict, because somebody is envious of it, that you are with somebody that's better for you, that's more stable, that might end up in something higher, like, you might go to the next level. And I feel like it is bringing you peace. That's why that's coming up as well. So instead of competing with the person, like, when they come back and try to wreak havoc on a new relationship, it's like, it's already done. Let's just forgive each other and move forward and live the best of our lives separately. Okay. Something like that energy, so there could be some manipulation with, like I said, the parents or the ex-partner coming in and trying to play some kind of game because you're in another relationship here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else is coming up. Yeah. And don't over romanticize the situation. A lot of times when we get out of relationships, at first we have that heartbreak and we're crushed, but then we start thinking like, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought, and we make it better than it was. So that is also something that you need to do. No, don't start going down too much memory lane and trick yourself into thinking like, let me dump this relationship and go back with the other one that didn't work out 3 times in a row, something like that. So it does look like there is some kind of transformation here. Something has fallen away, and there's still some kind of chaos involved, whether it's like they want you to come back to them, or they're jealous because you're in a relationship. Unfortunately, there are some people that they don't want us, but as soon as we get into a relationship with somebody else, then they want us back, kind of. So that could be that energy. Like I said, it also could be kids involved, some kind of material property, and something like that. And somebody is really trying to manipulate the situation, maybe do some lying, putting on the charm that's not really real, something like that, or even maybe playing the kids. So be careful with that if there is kids involved, as well as this person, your past person, is feeling I feel like they go back and forth. They might be like playing the victim and like conflict with you, and then deep down they're really feeling like regret, and they know what they've done in their higher self, but it's like between their ego and their higher self. So it does look like they are working on those emotions though, and trying to get things together. But it does look like you're going through a difficult time right now, so just stand in your strength, stand in your integrity, and keep that peace of mind. Don't let them drag you down to where you're sitting in anxiety and worry and stress all the time as well. This will work out. Things will get better. Things will work out. I know it's a burden, but sometimes life can be a burden sometimes, but you'll get through it, okay? You had that strength card. You had the Emperor card, so you will get through it. So thanks for watching, Virgo. Take care.